My backpack's got jets. I'm Boba, the Marik. Will have bounty hunt for Bakura's butt to finance my vet. Lyrics from the song by MC Chris, now known as MC Marik. How's it going? Anybody here? Am I on the right thing? Hello? Yes, can you hear me? I command you to die with my stabby stab sword. Welcome to the grind, guys. It's the grindathon, and not the good kind of grindathon. That droid just fell down dead. Welcome. I see in the chat we have... Oh, we have an echo? You guys hearing an echo? Is that a problem? You guys hearing an echo? I don't want that. Collect things. Collect things for my inventory. Rio Bakura says, here's my impression of Rio. I actually quite enjoy level grinding. Because he's a little British, he's a tiny Tim. He's a tiny Timothy. There's no echo, people are saying. Okay, good, because I wouldn't want you to hear me say things twice. That would suck. In this game, while I stream. Oh, friggin' Froyo, it's okay. You had the window open. You had the game open in 2 windows because you wanted to have double the fun. Double the fun? I sound like Eric Cartman when I go down like that. Who doesn't sound like Eric Cartman when they go down, though? Sure, guys, I'm going home. But, what's with this helmet of yours? Oh, you're a droid. That's your head. I just assumed his identity. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Marik stream. It is I, Marik, with the echo. Shiruvi says Rio is trapped on EastEnders. You know, it makes sense that Rio would like level grinding, though, because he's all about the RPGs. He's all about the tabletop games. See, he didn't understand. I got very offended. Hang on, let me kill these guys.
It always does the trick.
It always does the trick, apparently. Grafin Commando, you go down. You sound like Eric Cartman when you go down. I'm on fire. It's all good, though. No worries. So, yeah, I was very offended when Rio suggested to me to play some tabletop games, because he brought a bunch round. And there was one game that struck my fancy. It hit my fancy right in the face. It struck my fancy. Called Cards Against Humanity. And he said, I don't like playing that one, because things get a bit intense and everyone feels really bad afterwards. And I was like, well, frig, why aren't we playing it like all the frigging time? Plus, anything that says against humanity, I'm all about. Hang on. Killing these guys. Gotta kill the guys. Oh, I'm collecting things while I should be collecting your face. I didn't do jack. Most of the work is done by my Twi'lek friend. But yeah, we tried. I wanted to play some cards, some car, as they say it. They say it shorthand. They say car. C-A-H. They like to play. I wanted to play that game. And he wouldn't let me. And then I was like, oh frig. This game must be really friggin' good. This game must be really friggin' good if he won't let me play it. It must be really evil. So I opened it when nobody was looking, when he was too busy painting his little miniature figurines of his characters from his dark RPG. Watch out, guys. We got an edgelord. He plays board games. Hang on. Haha. When he was busy painting his little action figures and little toys that he likes to make go around the board, in the board games, he was painting them. The attention to detail is like crazy with that guy. But he was painting them, so I opened the box. I opened the car box, Cards Against Humanity, to find out if it really was a tool I could use to defeat humanity, which the Pharaoh is part of. I'm not really into the whole defeat humanity thing, but if it'll help me defeat the Pharaoh by proxy, then I'm totally down. Hang on. JP Damon says, but Marik, didn't you play a computer adapted from a tabletop game? My computer is not adapted from a tabletop game. That would be a weird computer. Having said that, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Duel Monsters, children's card games, they do technically qualify as tabletop games. But we don't play them on a table, we play them on a friggin' holographic field. Very expensive, distracting, confusing, scary. Not a board game, not a tabletop. There are no tops of tables. They're on a dual disc. They're on the top of my hand. Hang on a sec. But yeah, these guys in their goofy uniforms. Anyway, so I opened the box. The car. That's how it's pronounced. It's pronounced like that. And I opened the box and I was like, this is gonna be way more powerful than the Egyptian god cards or the friggin' Millennium items. I opened it up. Most of the cards, there's words missing. There's friggin' words missing. There are these black cards in there where there's just lines where they're supposed to say words. And they'll say question marks or something. It'll be like half a phrase. And it's like, wow, you got really gypped, Bakura. Rio Bakura, with your EastEnders Coronation Street accent. You got gypped. Because this is half a game. This is not the whole thing. He got ripped off. Fitz says, Marik, how's your day going? Spankerific!
You must be the operative Lord Barras sent.
Lord Barras?
I thought he'd choose a stealthy assassin, not some senseless savage.
So many S's, I don't know what to do with myself.
Barras knows what he's doing.
I suppose he wants a spectacle. Or he wouldn't have entrusted such a blunt and tactless animal.
I thought he said blind, and then I was gonna say, yeah, he would need spectacles if he was blind. Not that that fixes the problem, but it helps.
Do you want to die?
We've got business to handle. With the entire complex roused, we'll have to get in each other's faces another time.
X7 Bills
listen.
X. Saying the
Lord
word
Graven is a
Naruto
world
over and
Sith
over again
who
is
boldly
not going
defies
to
the
get me
Dark
to do
Council.
more Naruto videos.
Locked away here,
It's
he's
not like...
untouchable.
It's not like...
Barras wants
Hang
to
on,
let Gra-
shut up. Freak this guy. It's not like I forgot that I make Naruto, when that little Karibo makes Naruto, and you reminding me will make me go, oh yeah! I better do that. That's not how it works. I know that Naruto is a thing, and that I can make more Narutos. But who would want more Narutos? But having said that, you're not helping.
Maybe in another year you can find out his shoe size.
He wears boots, not shoes, smart mouth.
What?
I was assigned to find Grathan's weakness.
The argument
He's kept his
between
son a
two
secret in order to
imperial
protect him from his
villains
enemies.
about what kind of
Grathan would
shoes
be
a guy
devastated if
wears.
his only child and heir was dead.
Let's
That
get some
would
shoes.
send a message.
Let's get some shoes. I want more Naruto as well, Bills, but you are not going to get more by saying, Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. It's not Candyman. He doesn't appear when you say his name 3 times.
Actually, I do appear!
What the frig?
Hi, Marik! I love you!
What the? Get out of my home, you strange orange-wearing man with blonde hair, weirdo.
Okay! Wah!
He jumped out the window. I don't even have windows. I don't know how he did that.
Won't killing his son just make Grathan mad?
Lord Barras seeks to imbalance Grathan.
Guy was
Make
weird.
him sloppy.
Sloppy?
This kid is nearly 20 and strong with the Force.
What if
He's
he's...
been trained in the ways of the Sith since birth. You'll have your hands full.
I really... If he's the second guy that we're going to do this to, that would make him sloppy seconds. Get it?
I'll fill my hands with his entrails.
My, how graphic.
Yeah,
You're a true Vulgarian.
like Rusev.
Grathan's
I know
away on
nothing of
business.
wrestling.
I managed to hack a special spike that will get you inside his private quarters.
Oh, yeah.
First, you're going to have to knock out
I've used a
Grathan's
special
surveillance
spike
station so
to
you
get
aren't
into
seen
people's
entering the
quarters before. It's called the spike of my Millennium Rod. I use it. I command the doors to obey me.
What do I care if I'm observed?
The surveillance system is also a sophisticated defense network. If you don't
What is
destroy the system
hashtag
before
no
entering the
chin?
private chambers, you'll never
What
make
is
it.
that?
All you have to do is locate the monitoring
Give me that
stations
chin.
around the
Give me that
compound and, well, stick your lightsaber in them.
That sounds easy.
Think you can handle that brute?
This guy and his sass. I only like 3 letters of that word, and it's not the first S.
Keep calling me names, Barl. You're playing with fire.
Is it so easy to get under your skin?
Well, I mean, you
That's all
just
then.
cut it open
Destroy
and
the
then
monitoring
climb
stations,
inside.
Then get inside Grathan's private quarters. The son's name is Beelslit. Find him and end him.
Beel's
I'll meet you back
lit.
here when you're done.
It's Beel's
Try not to
lit,
screw up.
I don't
baby.
like his attitude.
Oh, this guy. Okay, so we have to destroy elevator, monitoring station, destroy main room. I can't remember them. Oh, they're up here. Elevator, main room, and hallway. Why do you have to monitor all these places? Somebody's paranoid. Somebody's very paranoid. Here we go. I guess that comes with being part of the dark side, though. You have to worry about things a lot more. That's why you have to kill younglings, because who knows what they'll do. Hi. We having a party in here? It's not a party until I show up and kill everybody. And then it's not a party either, it's a funeral. Those are technically parties, though. So, there ain't no party like a Marik party, because a Marik party is where everybody's really sad. This guy. Oh, this guy's like a powerful guy. I should not be fighting him. Oh, frig. Ga-ga-ga-ga. We're in big trouble, guys. This guy, he knows what he's doing and I don't. Wait, I think we've got it. Yeah! Inquisitor, inquisit thyself. Marik, Ronkiru, who is like my fave, by the way. Ronkiru says, Marik, sing Pity Party, it fits. I don't know that song. I don't know anything about that. I'm not really in tune with popular media, having been living in a tomb for most of my adolescence. You know, like, I was really excited to see a TV show about a guy on a motorcycle. Hi, friend. Let's role play. Hatcha. Wait, come back. He's not role playing with me, and I'm role playing my butt off right now. Look at that. Holla if you hear me, and shake that booty. That's some good role playing. I could be on Critical Role with Matt Mercer with these skills. Hatcha. Anyway, sweet moves. That's right. No guild controls this sector. Where are we going? We're going this way. Going into the shiny building. The shiny space Nazi building. Whee! Burnt Toast says, why do you say anything like that? It's a good question. Zen's Gaming Show says, how was it in your tomb? Warm? I mean, warm enough. I wore friggin' rags, so... Air conditioning wasn't an issue. Sand got everywhere, though. Could have done with a better filtration system for sand. But I guess when you live in somewhere in Egypt, that comes with the territory. The vaguely established territory. Who knows where it is? One of these days I'm going to figure out where in Egypt I am. David Root says if you're playing on Burger and Colony, lots of ERP. Is that right? I love ERP. Exciting role-playing. Where are we going? Okay, we're in the station. Ronkiru says, Marik, with moves like that, any rag would look amazing on you. I make literally any outfit look sexy. I once wore just a giant Wellington that fit over my head when I was like 2 years old. And I was the sexiest 2-year-old. I was the sexiest 2-year-old in the building with that Wellington on my head. There are no images, there are no pictures, so I can't prove it, but you know it's true. The Wellingtons. I'm sexy in that welly. Assassin droid, you go down. New Jobbies playlist. Oh, by the way, Project Butt Touch. Totally still a thing. I know a lot of you are like, come on, man, you've been saying that for like 4 weeks. It's still a thing. But I'm mostly focusing on Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged right now. I'm trying to get the new episode written. Well, Little Karibo is doing that. I'm speaking for him. As I speak for everyone that I control. I'm controlling him.
If I die, I'm going to haunt you.
You didn't know that Little Karibo's other alter ego was Little Castivo. Little Castivo. Ding. I leveled up, guys. Darth Leathertush. He has arrived. He's level 14 now. Ain't no stopping me now. Ain't no stopping this tush. Hi. Rawr. David Root says, Marik. Okay, hang on. He's gonna explain some deep lore of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged to me. It's gone. Hang on, I'm gonna read it. Marik, the tomb was in Giza. Is that a real place? Giza? 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 Shiza. Giza, Egypt. A bit from Cairo, I believe. I literally could have gotten to civilization by walking 5 minutes. Listen, walking is for plebeians. Like these guys. Who walks anywhere? As television taught me as soon as I left my tomb, the only way to travel anywhere, even short distances, is by crappy motorcycle. So that was my goal, was to find a motorcycle and travel places with it. I couldn't find one for a long time, that's why it took me a while to get to civilization. Hi. Rio Bakura says, I have Wizards of Waverly Place for DS. That is the most important bit of information that I'm going to learn today, I know that much. Wizards of Waverly Place for the DS. Is it a tactical strategy game? Is it a real-time strategy game? Do you have to send the wizards into battle to defend Waverly? Is it like a friggin' tower defense game where all the crazy hijinks need to be stopped by setting up wizard towers? I need to play this game. Wizards of Waverly Place. Give me a let's play. Give me the game. Burnt Toast says, I found out pang is a word. Big day for you. Yami Bakura Seto Yugi says, you're just too sexy for this game. Which, since his name is Yami Bakura Seto Yugi, I imagine it's all of those characters speaking at once. So it's just everybody telling me that I'm sexy. That's a good day for me. That's a normal occurrence. Everybody in unison saying the words, Marik, you are too sexy for this. Often in the form of a song. I'm too sexy for this console. Too sexy for this. That's why it blew up. So sexy that it hurt you. Whoa, this mirror. It broke. Because of how sexy I am. Yes. Okay. Hey, Auburn Fox 24. Little Smarty 13 says, you're a wizard, Marik. Thank you, Robbie Coltrane, Ogre Man. I'm gonna be honest, neither I nor Little Karibo, who I am controlling, has ever really read or experienced any real form of Harry Potter. Hang on.
Mother, a stranger approaches.
Oh no, a stranger. Where is he?
Half of it, kid.
I am Sylvanta Graffin. How dare you enter my son's room uninvited? Who
Design my hat like the moon, cut in half, please. You got like... What is it? It's like they saw Princess Leia's hair and they were like, let's out crazy that.
Step aside, woman.
Ah,
I'm here for the boy.
get back in the
You'll
space
have to kill
kitchen.
me first. And while my son is still an acolyte, I am fully Sith.
Is he Bradshaw or Farouk? I keep making that joke every time they talk about acolytes. More like ascolites. Moziki says, this voice sounds like slow death for the voice box. It's slow death for anybody. Slow death. Ronkiru says, if LK were to make death/murder shipping, my soul would be complete. Right now, parts of it belong to the new episodes of some show. Some show? It better be the Marik show.
Then we have something in common, Sylvanta.
Then may the Force give me the strength to defeat you.
Yeah, good luck.
Beelslit, take cover.
Beelslit.
No, Mother! I stand at your side!
He's not very lit for a guy called Beelslit. Okay, he's standing at your side. Good job. Die together. Congratulations. Ah. Bazaar. I'm gonna win, guys. I'm gonna win this. Beelslit fell down already. They both fell down. What is this? That's my favorite thing about an MMO. It's like super easy until it decides that it's insanely difficult. The learning curve isn't so much a curve as it is a line that's broken in half.
Stop! You are more than a match for us. Mother, if I am the target, save yourself. I don't want to see you die.
My son,
You
must
watching
not
me die
sacrifice
will be a
yourself
much
for
better
anyone, not even
fate.
me. You must endure at all costs. Assassin,
Ah.
you've carved your way into the inner sanctum of Lord Grafton's
You said
compound,
ass
all to
in.
kill a boy.
Yeah.
You are a breath away from the Master himself.
Okay.
Spare us, and I'll help you destroy Lord Grafton instead.
Well, I don't see what the benefit is. I'm either killing you or I'm killing him. Either way, I kill. So that it's easier to kill when I'm stood right here. You know? Somebody says, we all know the Marik show will be streamed on our butts. Yes, 4K resolution on your bottom. You have to polish that butt up real good to be able to show that image. Blood for the blood god, says Cheruvi. Okay, we got one of those in the chat.
Those aren't my orders.
Aha!
Fields lit. Run!
She just
No, Mother.
teleported.
If I am to die, I die alongside you.
These guys are friggin' idiots. Oh! Oh, why? That was so unnecessary. Triumphant music for throwing a woman's dead body at the wall. Okay, that's good. Good job, guys, I did it. Look, success. This is what success looks like. Where's her body? I threw it like all the way over here. Here it is. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That was... I acted very rashly. I probably overreacted to the nothing that you were doing to me. Vet, why didn't you stop me from throwing that woman? You'd think you'd have some concerns about that. But no. You just stood by and watched it happen. Double kill. One-Winged Rose says, with your dad dead, I guess you can turn all his rooms in the basement into TV studios. That was the first thing on my list as soon as my dad was killed. I was like, okay, time to turn my tomb into a budget filming studio. I mean, that's what everybody does these days. As soon as they've outlived their parents, they're like, okay, every single one of your assets is going into funding a small production group. That's what happened. Fitz says, what's your favorite thing in the world? Well, I guess Bakura is in the world technically, but he's not in my world right now, so I'm gonna ignore him. I'm gonna say either revenge against the Pharaoh for ruining my life and causing me to lose my childhood and almost go insane with lust for justice and etc, etc. Basically ruining my life. Revenge for that, or a nice big bottom. Column A, bit of column A, bit of column B. Bit of column a vengeance, and a bit of column booty. Mix and match. If I could defeat the Pharaoh by squashing him under a giant big butt, that would be like the best of both worlds, man. Here we go.
Think you scared?
Kuban says still waiting for new Naruto. You will be waiting for a while. Much like in the actual Naruto show, there is lots of filler called Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged to get through first. Shiruvi says Bakura has a big booty and a need for vengeance. Look, you obviously haven't seen Bakura's butt if you think it's big. There is nothing big about that guy in general. He's a little guy, a little fluff ball. His butt is his little tiny thing. It's okay to have a small butt. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a small butt. It's his butt, after all. When will Naruto appear in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged? That's a good question. I will ask him if I see him again.
You can ask me right now, because I'm right here!
What, you jumped back in the window again? Why do you keep building a window in my home so that for the sole purpose of jumping in and jumping out?
Because I'm a ninja, bitch!
Okay. Well, answer the question. When will you be showing up in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Whenever I'm done fighting Zabuza! Because that's been going on for like 4 years now! It's a long fight! Holy shit, it's long!
Okay. So you gotta finish fighting that guy and then you might show up.
Yeah, otherwise people will be very confused. It'd be like if Bakura left you and then you started doing live streams without him. Because that's confusing, because no one knows where it takes place in the chronology of the show.
Okay, yeah, I guess that would be confusing if I did that. Thanks, Ninja Man.
You're welcome, bitch! Bye! Naga naga naga! Ha ha!
He said naga 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 haha and then left. I don't know what that meant. Maybe that's his new catchphrase. Okay, we're going to talk to this purple man.
I'm surprised you survived.
Marik, what would your
So is it done?
jutsu be?
Is Grathan's son dead?
Frig no jutsu, I guess. You're asking very confusing questions. I know more about wrestling than I know about being a ninja.
You're a condescending windbag, Bal.
It's pretty easy to push your buttons, brute. Doesn't say much for Grathan security forces if a clumsy clod like you...
Clumsy
was able to go into
clod?
his private chamber
Oh,
and off his son.
frig! Clumsy clod! That is fighting words. Calling me a clumsy clod. Elslash, in all seriousness, I have not heard from Rimbo in a long time, and I'm very sad that I haven't. I really wish I knew if they were okay, because honestly, at the end of the day, they were super great. They were super talented, and I just didn't see what happened to them, so it's just unfortunate that we don't know what happened. I hope that they're just spending some time offline, and are having a good life in general, but it's hard to say. If Rimbo is somehow watching this, and I know that, obviously, maybe they have lost all interest in my stuff in general, which is fine. And I am being 100% serious, even though I'm doing a silly voice. I don't want to break character too much. But Rimbo, if you're listening, we really, really just want the best for you. And we hope you have a good life. I'm sniffling now. Yes, I got a Slack message, thank you.
We're done here. Goodbye, Bal.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving here, brute.
What is with
Killing the
all
murderer
of
Grathan's
this?
son will solidify my cover here.
Oh, everybody kills
Barris will
everybody,
not let you
okay.
easily.
You're making a big mistake.
Yeah, making
Though
a
I'm more than
big
capable of facing
mistake.
you alone. A smart man uses every advantage. And I am a smart man.
Well, then what happened to your face? People are like, Fitz says, do you do all the voices or do you have different voice actors? I do most of the voices. Most of the voices. Okay, let's kill Grathan's guards. This has been building up for a long time. Grathan has had it coming. Who the frig is Grathan? This isn't even Grathan, this is this guy. Grathan is some other guy. There are too many guys that want to die. Okay. Kill or be killed, that's life. Okay, I guess. It's not my life. My life is go to the Shadow Realm or send other people to the Shadow Realm. We have very different life rules, I think. Okay, we're returning to Darth Barras. Darth Barras! Here we go. Let me transport. Let me teleport over there. Yeah. Shiny Sparkle says, need water for that burn. What burn? You're a talented voice director, Marik, says JP Damon. Damon, ha ha ha! I imagine casting must be easy with the Millennium Rod. Yes, directing is very easy when you're working with a group of actors who are all called Steve. Let's see if anybody sent me any mail. I'm on Ebon Hawk, by the way, if anybody does want to send me any messages. Subscriber reward. Nobody's said. There's people who try and scam you, which is annoying. Spam. Not the good kind of spam. One of the only things you can eat when you live in a tomb. Apparently 5 miles away from civilization, which may as well be the middle of nowhere. Postmates doesn't deliver. When you live in a tomb, spam is one of the only things that you can trust. Not even just as food, but as a person, as an individual. Spam is one of the only things that you can rely on.
Wow, nice lights.
Thank you.
Walk in here, you get an instant headache.
Well, hey. It's great if you're stoned. Feels good looking at them lights. But, spam is one of the only things that I can trust in life in general. Spam is pig butt. That explains why I like it. I like anything butt related. I smell butt? No, I sell butts and butt accessories.
You're strong, but you could be stronger.
I could be stronger. What does my taunt do? Oh, it's like a distraction thing. Okay, we'll put it right here. How about that? What's up, Lord Dreset? What are you going to have for supper, Marik, says Megan Carrot. I'm gonna drink a cup of tea in honor of Bakura, but it's gonna have no sugars. Because he left me feeling very bitter. Ah! What the frig?
I cannot break him!
It's okay, I mean, he's got a polyvinyl resin coating him. It's difficult.
I feel your anger, Master.
I see you.
Comatose lobotomy patient could feel my anger.
He said bottom.
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man.
Midichlorians.
Only confirms my suspicions.
What do you suspect? That you might have Pokeballs
Republic
on your nipples?
agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face.
All of your dialogue
I
is
must
spoken through
harness
clenched
my
jaws.
rage and frustration.
Yeah.
They will lead me to an answer.
42. I spoiled it for you. Rio Bakura says, I am 100% sweet. Yes, you are, but I'm talking about my Bakura. I'm not... I mean, I know you, but I'm not involved with you. Sonny... That's Rio. Marik, you need to get another partner, says Alexander Clark. That's actually part of what Project Butt Touch is, so keep an eye out for that. Who would be a good partner for me if it wasn't Bakura? Pegasus? I don't know. His flamboyance would be too much. I think he would be distracting. Bakura's perfect because he likes to sit in the shadows and plot and say things under his breath like bloody hell and toast and spam. He likes to insult my spam collection. But like that's what works for me because I'm so loud and out there and bright and colorful. And Bakura, he's the kind of guy who's very quiet and muted and like sits in the corner in the shadows and he's like, blah, 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 Marik, blah, 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 we should go do stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, blah, blah, blah. That's our dynamic right there.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing.
Not true.
It's
gonna be my doing.
I wasn't so pleased with your progress.
Oh.
And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son.
He must spell nice.
Take it that was your handiwork?
It was my work of handiness. It was the work of my hands. Steve Wheeler would be pretty submissive. He would. But he always makes those annoying yeah sounds. And I can't abide a catchphrase. That's one of the things I also like about Bakura, is he doesn't really have a catchphrase. He has tried, like, developing a catchphrase, but it didn't work. Nobody cared. I can laugh about it now because it is in the past, and I'm not with him anymore. At the time, it was very frustrating. He was like, why don't people buy my shirt that says, I will murder you? And I said, you have to have some sort of fun gimmick to it. It's got to be like, I'm going to give you a big kiss. Psych, I'm going to kill you. That's what the shirt has to say. He didn't listen to my creative input. So he was very frustrated and furious about it, because nobody bought the friggin' shirt. So it was that. He said that as a catchphrase. His other catchphrase was stab, stab, stab. It was just going to be a shirt with no imagery, just the word stab, stab, stab. And in the back, he was going to have a knife stuck in your back. Like an actual physical knife. It was going to be like a gift that you got with the shirt. And his plan was when you put the shirt on, you would inadvertently stab yourself. But I told him, the internet will figure this out. And they'll ask for like a recall on all the shirts. Also, putting on a shirt doesn't have the physical force necessary to insert a knife within your flesh. So it didn't work out. No catchphrase. He tried so many. I'll tell you some others in a minute. But he couldn't get a catchphrase, and so I think that works for me. Because people say I have catchphrases, but I don't. So, if I were to be with somebody who had a catchphrase like, Brooklyn Rage, or screw the rules, I'm a dick, then it would be distracting and it would take away from what I'm doing with my things.
I didn't even break a sweat.
My confidence in you is growing.
Cheers.
I haven't heard from Dreikel Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
He gave me double. And I wasn't prepared for trouble. And then he made it double, so it was too much. Team Rocket, etc.
I bled him dry and danced on his corpse.
Was I supposed to dance?
No matter. He fulfilled his primary purpose. Every
Shout out to
Sith
Kelly
must
Hebert.
attempt to orchestrate his own promotion. Now, back to my prisoner. There's one last possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off.
Pluto Planetoid, I would notice you, but you're not really a planet.
Drummond Cass and made the Dark Temple the epicenter of Dark Force energy.
Gabby, it's okay. You're here just in time for me to say, Gabby, it's okay.
He conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
He showed them the Big Bang Theory, from start to finish. It ruined everything. Alexander Clark says, Marik, wear more leather, you look sexy fine in it. Oh, you sexy fine in it. You know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna accept that. I'm gonna do that. Next time you guys hear from me, you won't be able to hear me talk from all the rubbing of leather that is happening. While I move, it'll be like squeak, 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 squeak. You'll think that I have inherited a family of mice as some sort of strange Disney princess situation, but it'll just be my whole body reacting to leather. That's what's gonna happen. Rio Bakura says, I'm all alone, it's just me and my many, many fans. First world problems, Bakura.
Let's cut to the chase.
The Emperor created a device called the Ravager.
Sounds
that
nice.
ate his victims' minds and delivered to him their greatest secrets.
Oh.
No one could withstand the Ravager's
It sent them all
intrusion.
mail that says, I am a
The
famous
strongest
Nigerian
Sith
prince
Lords of
and
the
I need
Empire
your secrets.
Confessed whatever the Emperor craved.
He craved? What did he crave? What does the Emperor crave? More spam. You better not come after my spam. JP Damon says, JP Damon is like my favorite name because you sound like some sort of fantasy author who happens to be in my chat. I don't know, Marik, you seem to already have Disney princess syndrome. I don't know what you mean, but I'm gonna sing a song about it. I don't know what you mean. I'm not a princess, I am Marik. I don't know what you mean. All of the woodland friends, they come to me and I'm trying to sing, doesn't work. Shake that booty.
Where can the Ravager be found?
The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple,
Marik.
which has, in his absence, become a death
He just
trap.
said my name. I'm
There's a
reading
good
what people are
chance the
saying.
horrors that
Millie
await
Ring
will
says,
be
Marik,
too
why does
severe.
your character have a
But it's
British
worth your
accent, but
life
you
to
don't?
me.
Are you secretly
Legends
British?
describe a secret chamber
Oh,
in
you mean the
depths
guy
of
in the
Dark
game.
Temple, where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription.
I'm not British, but I have a little bit of British in me sometimes. That's an innuendo. Marik is not the next Disney princess. Marik is the first, the OG Disney princess. What do we have? We have the Bulwark, we have the Pamela. Am I a damage class, did we decide? I'm a Juggernaut, so damage, yes. Vengeance. We're gonna wear this crap. We're gonna put this crap on. It looks exactly the same. That is a disappointment. I was very much hoping I would look stylistically rather unique. Let's send the Twi'lek away to sell the trash.
Bye.
Disney's... One-Winged Rose says, Disney's next non-Marvel movie will be the tale of Marik defeating Yugi and finding a new partner. What? Oh, because of the Disney princess thing. Yes, it will be called Brave. Brave 2. Marik is even braver. There are no bears in this movie. It's just Marik. That's not even Disney, that's Pixar. I will be voiced by Alan Tudyk. And Bakura will be played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Because if there is a character in a movie that requires a British to mid-Atlantic accent, it will be Benedict Cumberbatch. He'll be like, why say British? That's my Benedict Cumberbatch. It's not very good. But then he wouldn't be very good as Bakura either. Which person gets to be Norman Reedus? Anybody who wants to be, I guess. Plot twist, the bears are little Karibos. We have to murder them. Rio Bakura says, I'm too cute for Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know, have you seen some screen caps from season 5? Your face gets kind of crazy. Ha ga 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 ga. Oh, sorry, Ronkiru. Ronkiru. Ronkiru is the funnest name to say. Ronkiru. Everybody say Ronkiru. Oh, it made the drawing look better. Well, you're welcome. This friggin' I like that the Empire has its own taxi service. It's like the Uber of the Galactic Sith Empire. Darth Uber. That sounds like a good name, actually. Darth Uber. There should be a friggin' Star Wars character called Darth Uber. It's already German. You see, Rio Bakura, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen some of the screen caps. Hang on. I'm gonna put... You're gonna have to bear with me for 1 second. I'm gonna do something really creative. Really creative. Can you hear me typing? I'm doing creative things. Here we go. This is what we're doing. Hang on. Save as. I apologize for the noise and for the pause. But this is important. This is very important. You're gonna appreciate what I'm doing. Ha ha! Yes! You see what I'm saying about your face? This is gonna be here now. This stays here. No, does not move. You get to watch that face. Should I put it up here, actually, so that you know what you look like? That's what your face is. Can you hear me? There you go. That's your face. You can't deny it. That's an actual picture of your face. That is not what Bakura looks like when he goes down on me. He is not that happy. He's never that happy. Enjoy the face. The facening. You guys enjoy the face, please. That's the face he pulls when when he realizes that EastEnders has 2 episodes on instead of just the 1. Whee! I told you Benedict Cumberbatch is perfect. Doesn't that look like Benedict Cumberbatch? Yeah. Hacha! Where you going, possessed dude? Sith initiate. A Sith-ish. An initiate Sith. Sith-initiate. I don't know how you say it. Keep looking at the face. Don't watch the game. Watch the face. You are... This is really a live stream of Bakura's face. And you tuned in not knowing it, so I pranked you. Successfully. That's not his face when he goes down on me. Friggin' frig. I'll show you that face later when he actually shows up and apologizes to me. Which isn't going to happen. So, you'll be holding your breath for a while. Why are these guys possessed? Are they all called... Ah! Friggin' Darth Uber. Are they all called Steve? Megan Carrot, what's happening is you are now watching a live stream of this game and Bakura's face. That's the face he pulls. He's that stupid looking. That's what the face of a man... That's the face of a man who decides to leave my evil council. That's what it looks like. Like a friggin' fool. Like a maniac. Like a ludicrous... Hello. Like a ludicrous... dummy. Hang on, there's people moving around. I apologize. If you can hear noises, it's people rooting through my drawers for my secret plans to defeat the Pharaoh. I wouldn't put them in my drawers. You find nothing. The tape? The, like, sellotape? That's not gonna help you defeat the Pharaoh, but if you need tape, you can find... There's that cat thing on the side of the kitchen thing with the wheels. Remember, there's like a cat... We got a cat tape holder. For boxes. Well, I don't know. Why do you need boxes?
I don't need boxes. I need tape.
I could find you a good box. I know a foxy place to find boxes. She doesn't want to listen to me right now. They're not talking about videotape. They're talking about physical tape that you attach to things. That's not my wife. That's just somebody who lives next door in the tomb one tomb across. Next to the Starbucks.
Took some more.
Foxy boxes, brah. So what were we talking about? What was happening before I was so rudely invaded? She's not my slave. She lives next door. She's pretty cool. She got cool hair. She's not as sexy as me, though. Your tomb is like an apartment complex then, Marik, says J.P. Damon. Isn't everybody's tomb like an apartment complex? Sniffles. Stop saying that that's Bakura's face when you go when he goes down on me. Wait, when I go down on him. Oh! I was like, that would not be a very efficient way of going down on someone to open your mouth that wide. Well, depending on the person, I suppose. Auburn Fox 24 asks, does my neighbor ever come around and ask me for a cup of sand? All the friggin' time. The good news is there's plenty of sand to go around, but I'm starting to think, hey, maybe get your own sand fridge. I feel like she's taking advantage of my sand. Random Plum 237 says, wait, can you say Alyssa is the best because friendship? I think I just did. I don't believe those words that I said. I don't even know who Alyssa is. She has a Y in her name, and that's always a plus. Tell her that I approve of the Y in her name. Why? Because she's Alyssa. Myconix says, what are some good recipes for baking sand? Well, there's your classic sand sandwich. And then, other recipes involve not eating sand because you'd be a friggin' idiot to do that. And I'm making frigging stuff up about sandwiches. Those aren't really made of sand, you know that.
You think you scare me?
Listen, I never said she came here to get a cup of sand to eat. A cup of sand is probably for making sand castles. Obviously. Why would you friggin' eat sand? Marik, do you ever miss Melvin? Well, here's the thing about Melvin. I very rarely actually encountered Melvin. He's a part of my personality that takes over sometimes. So occasionally I'll hear him yelling at me. But I never really met the guy. There was that one time where I gave up at the end of season 3. I kind of had a conversation with him then, which mostly consisted of him being like, no! No! That was like the whole conversation. I was like, I'm gonna give up now. And he was like, no! And that was really the only thing I've ever... That's the whole conversation. That's everything he's ever said to me is, no! I don't miss that. He's a very negative guy. Ah, level 15, you know what time it is. It's time to whip out those dinglings. You need a sandcastle to defeat the Pharaoh. I don't think that's what she's doing with the sand. Marik, sing leather pants, please, XD, says Megan Carrot. Okay. Since you've all been good, and since it is level 15 now, we have reached the level. Every 15 levels, I have to sing a song that I'm famous for. Or famous for stealing somebody else's famous song, so here we go. Here's the a cappella version. Ah! No, that's not part of it. Ow, ow, wow, how, how, let's take his leather pants. Ow, ow, wow, how, take off the friggin' pants. We want those leather pants. Ga, ga, fla, 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 rama, cha, 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 ga, ga, fla, fla, fla. We want your leather pants. We don't want, I skipped a verse. I'm getting ready, my legs have been waxed. 'Cause when I get you, I am wearing your slacks right on my tush. Tush, 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 right on my tush. Hey! We don't want vinyls or chinos or slags. Yeah, you can get these pants from shopping at Gap. The service sucks. I don't remember the song that well. Sucks, the service sucks. You know that we want them, and you know that we need them. I am Bakura, and I smell like a butt. Me and me, we will have our revenge. Me and me will take your leather pants. Oh, me and me, we will have our revenge. Me and me will have your leather pants. Take off the friggin' pants. I don't think it's too much to ask to give us your leather pants. Cha-cha-cha. From fra-fra-fra, ja-ja, ka-ka-ka. I don't remember the rest of the song. What comes next? There's something about Alfred Hitchcock, I know that. Friggin' Vertigo. He says a bunch... I say a bunch of Hitchcock things. And then, how does it go? It's not done yet. It was okay. Gaga. Lady Gaga. My tribute to Lady Gaga. Yes, I know that I say the thing about cocks. The birds was okay, and... What? We both like... Psycho and Vertigo too. The birds was okay. Oh, I love Rear Window by Alfred Hitchcock. I can't even remember. I'm giving up. The pants are a thing of the past. Leather past. Marik, do you get residuals for the Kill Your Family show since Melvin is technically you? Or does it count as a past acting credit? So here's the thing. With the Kill Your Family show, you don't get residuals because it was a non-union gig. Because everybody who was going to... everybody in the union counts as a family. So we had to kill them because it was the Kill Your Family show. So there's no union to pay us residuals. Jaden Yuki. Hey, Jaden Yuki in the chat. How many duels have you lost today? Huh? Jaden? People are still singing the song in the chat. I'm sorry to have moved on, but I don't remember the rest. Leather future. Oh, people have just caught up to my burning Jaden Yuki, and they're reacting. Get your game on, says Umbreon. That's not your line. That's Smash Mouth's line. Okay. Whee! Jaden Yuki isn't answering me, so I'm going to assume he's lost all of the card games today. Alexander Clark says, Marik, why did you change your style? I thought you were going to say your art style. I was going to be like, I didn't draw me. They say, Marik, why did you change your style in Season 5? If you haven't seen Season 5... I go from having my lavender top that I wear so beautifully, that brings out the color in my cheeks, both sets of them. I go from wearing that to wearing like a leather top that shows off my bald. I look like a sexy biker, like I was always destined to be. It was my audition for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Originally, I was going to be one of the 5Ds. Because that's what they are all 5Ds. I was going to be one of the Ds, and I auditioned. I was like, look, if I look like a sweaty, sexy biker who throws trading cards around like willy-nilly, then they'll have to cast me as the main character for the new show. Hang on. Everybody else was wearing school uniforms. They called us to set that day. They were like, look, hang on. Let me kill this deranged guy. I do have nice shoulders, thank you, Pharaoh Caribou. My shoulders are one of the sexiest parts of me. Other sexy parts of me include everything else. But I showed up to set, and they were like, look, this is the final few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! That we're filming today. It's a big deal. People will be watching. Like, everybody. The whole world's gonna be watching the final few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because who knows what's gonna happen. They're gonna be watching, so make sure you look good. But most importantly, be aware of the fact that when the studio watches these episodes after we take them to print, they're gonna be like, let's keep an eye on these characters to see if we can bring any of them back for future spin-offs. So I said, man, I know that one of those spin-offs is gonna be about bikers. So I'm gonna dress like a sweaty, friggin' muscular, beautifully shouldered biker who, like, leans across his bike and is like, I'm sexy as F, man. Look at my dick, it's a motorcycle. That's the impression I wanted to give. So, I dressed like that, being like, man, everybody else here, everybody else in the cast came dressed as a school student, came dressed in a school uniform. And I was like, come on, are you guys kidding me? You're auditioning for GX when 5Ds is right there? You want to just do another show set in a school? You realize 5Ds is going to be the mature, interesting show. And GX just because it's the next one. Shut up, vet. I don't care what you have to say. I'm talking about fictional characters doing things. I was like, frig, man, you don't want to try out for the 5Ds show? That's the adult show. That's what everybody's going to tune into 10 years from now. GX will be a footnote in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Compared to 5Ds. Everybody will remember it. So I dressed like a sexy biker, and everybody else dressed like school students. So of course, pretty much everybody else in the cast gets to appear in GX, and I don't even get to appear in 5Ds, even though I was clearly a sexy biker. Come on, man. Dollar Bill Guy says, Marik, how's your estranged second cousin Naruto? I don't know, he's not around right now.
Actually, I'm always watching you. I am omnipotent.
Don't you mean omniscient?
I'm all of the omni things. I'm omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, omni-no-jutsu.
He's everywhere, apparently. He's not everywhere, he's just leaning in through the window every 5 minutes or so when somebody mentions him. It's very annoying. I have no privacy.
Speaking of privacy, you should put some pants on, Marik.
No. I feel fine like this. You should put some nothing on. And shut up.
You want me to get naked? Is that what you're saying?
No. Nobody asked you to get naked. I'm saying put nothing on so that you are nothing. And you leave me alone.
Okay, that's easy. I spend most of the episodes of my show not being around, so I'll just spend this video not being around as well. Ha-ha!
He left. He jumped out the window again. Stop summoning him, guys. Just because he's like Candyman doesn't mean that he has candy. I watched that movie thinking it was going to be all about... Oh, this is really creepy, by the way. I watched that movie thinking it was going to be all about people getting candy from a nice man. It was not about a candy man with candy at all. Bakura tricked me. He was like, watch this movie, Marik. It's right up your alley. Little did I know he wanted to get right up my alley. And that movie was scary. Jaden Yuki, it's too late to summon Neos. We're not in a duel right now. I understand that that's all you know. Because that's literally all your character cares about is card games and having fun while playing card games. But dude, that's not what this is right now. Understand? Pacha! I'm not asking Naruto any more questions. Not just because he's not here right now, but because his voice is really loud, guys. We already have people screaming in this game. Marik, have you ever written fanfiction, says Millie Ring. Well, I did write a really sexy Babylon 5 fanfic one time. But we're not going to talk about that. Talk about this guy. What is he doing? Oh, he's got a purple sword. He is a Mace Windu. Elslash, is that her name? Their name? Your name? Says, did you ever end up watching The Notebook with Bakura? I'm trying to remember when that was a thing. But I imagine we watched a lot of movies together. in the, like, 6 years or so that we were a ship, while we were a canon ship, we watched a lot of movies. And the Notebook might have shown up in there somewhere. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is one of these things. I don't like these Professor Layton puzzle nonsense. Silver Salamence 10 says, when I auditioned for 5Ds, I whipped out my D and they're like, you're hired. I should have done that. I'm always whipping out my D. Seems like it should have been second nature. I'm always like, hang on, guys. You might want to cover your eyes. Or at the very least, duck. And then I whip out my D and I'm like, there it is. Could you say hi to Travis? Hi, Travis. What's up? You're a fool? There you go. Recover Ravager components. Ravager? I hardly knew her. Ah!
Think you scare me?
Did you hear, Naruto Random Plum? I'm not wearing pants. My D is fully whipped out right now. Hey, loud owl. You are very loud. And an owl, I assume. Rawr. I sound like a lion when I do that, my character. He like roars like an actual friggin' lion sometimes. It's peculiar. Firegirl660 says, which is your favorite Final Fantasy game? Mine is 12. I like 12. But mostly I like my favorite, genuinely, this is a genuine answer, is Final Fantasy 9. A lot of people do like that one. It kind of got a resurgence of popularity when they re-released it. But when it came out, nobody wanted to friggin' talk about it or play it. I feel like people were expecting something different. Because after, I hate to say it, the emo fest that was Final Fantasy VIII, with its nonsensical storyline, and with time travel for no reason, just nonsense. I mean, yeah, it's a fun game and all. But Final Fantasy IX is a fun game and a fun story with fun characters. And I had a lot of fun playing it. And that's what I look for. Here we go. Exactly, I like the fantasy aspects of Final Fantasy IX as well. I could do without the whole motorcycle... Well, actually, I say that and I love motorcycles in real life, obviously. But I could do without the whole cyberpunk feel that Final Fantasy VII and VIII kind of had. Kind of had. Not really. But kind of. Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX, I love the main character. I love the story. I love the gameplay. I love everything. I could replay that 1,000,000 times and not get bored of it. Also, there is a scene where the main character touches the princess's butt. And how can you not love a game where that happens? I've seen so many cosplayers who reenact that scene, and it's funny. Butt touching. Whee!
When I die, I'm going to haunt you.
She just threatened to haunt me. Look, there's enough people haunting people in Yu-Gi-Oh! That we don't need your help. Oh, what happened? Kuja's midriff versus Marik's midriff, who wins? Well, my midriff, I think, has more screen time than Kuja's. Hello, possessed assault trooper. Oh, these guys are from the Sith Empire, but they've been corrupted. That's interesting. I feel bad for these guys, because they're technically on my side, but I'm killing them. Marik, Luke Wills says, Marik, come clean. You are a fairy, right? Nah. I mean, I have no problem with fairies, but I don't have my own persona or anything. Bakura does. Don't tell anybody I told you. Where is this last Ravager component, man? Hi, Olivia. Pal Cotta. Marik, will there be a French translation of Project Butt Touch? Le Projet Touche Fessé. I don't know if I got that right. Random Plum 237 says, what's his persona? I'm not telling you. Do your research. Ask him. If he ever does a game stream, you can ask him then. Hunter x Hunter fan says, Marik, whatever happened to Odeon? He's off buying some gummy bears right now. And then he's gonna marathon the gummy bears show, because that's literally all he does, is gummy bear things.
You think you scare me?
Brah. I'm starting to wind down, guys, so when this... I just got the recover Ravager components thing done. So when this quest is done, I think I'm gonna wrap things up. I hate to say it, I've been going for over an hour. And I think I've been entertaining throughout the hour, but I don't know. It's always hard to tell. I hope you guys are having fun. But, I don't like to outstay my welcome, and I know that Team 4-Star likes to stream around now as well, so I don't want to put my butt in their face, so to speak. That's a common phrase that people use. I don't want to put my butt in that guy's face. That means they don't want to step on their toes.
It was foolish of you to return here.
What?
Looks like we
It was foolish of you to return here.
Those pieces you took from my
Oh,
minions
frig,
belong to me.
it looks like Odeon.
They will enable me to exact my revenge on Lord Farshal. I
Pharaoh?
am Lord Vacuous,
What?
the conqueror of Begeddon.
Oh, this guy's full of crap.
Garatak the Singed. Return what you have stolen, or burn.
Look, you can't have the leather pants. I took them fair and square. Well, unfair, but mostly square.
You don't look like a Sith to me.
Perhaps your vision will improve in death.
In death? Death doesn't tend to improve people's vision, from my experience.
Come on, bring it!
Come on, bring it. Hurrah! Lord Vacuous, your name makes you sound like a very boring character. And I like to think that you are named purposefully because of that. They were like, what should we call this random generic Sith Lord? Vacuous. It's like being called Darth Meh. Oh, I forgot Bakura's face was on the screen. Hang on. Hang on. There it is. Now it's even better. Okay. You can't see me, so... now it's even better. What a perfectly good tomb! Somebody must have done a really good job keeping it. Like me, I do a good job of keeping tombs. Better than this. My tomb would not have so many cracks. Why is that even there, says Pharaoh Caribou? Because it's a live stream of my game and Bakura's face. Okay, we're returning Darth Barris. More like Darth Embarrassed because of Bakura's face. I'm gonna make it smaller again so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, we're gonna return to the Sith base, and then we're gonna call it a day after we talk to this guy. Why not Bakura's face full screen? Well, then it would just be a static image, and you would have to guess as to what I was doing, which could be fun, but I don't think it's what... If people started tuning in now, they'd be very confused. Oh, I have a little transport. I forgot about this. I forgot I had this. One-Winged Rose says, Marik's so good at keeping tombs, he goes crazy and swears vengeance on the owners. Yep, it's part of the job. I put it on my resume. Really good at going crazy and killing everyone. Not intentionally. Because of a split personality that I have.
You are strong.
Thank you.
But you could be stronger.
Chilling scream? Ah, frig. Oh, I did a thing. Hang on. I didn't mean to do the thing that I did. Oh, what is... Oh, this guy's behind me doing things. Okay.
Show no mercy.
I'm streaming a different game right now, but I'll get on that later. Alright. Talking to this guy, and then I'm gonna call it a night.
When I sent you into the Dark Temple for the Ravager,
Uh-huh.
I thought it might be the last time I saw you, apprentice.
Good grief.
Prisoner grows weaker by the minute. There's no time to spare. Stand back and bear witness.
Bear wouldn't make a very good witness. He'd just go, rawr, and ask for honey.
You're wasting your time.
The William Shatner School of Acting at work.
Yes, the Ravager has seized his mind. Excellent. In his condition, we don't have long before the ordeal liquefies all brain matter.
So no difference then. Ha! Because his brain is stupid. Oh, a blood one. I always have to pick the blood.
I hope the results are gory and gruesome.
And
I
sexy.
do not care what we see as long as I hear what I want. Republic Worm.
Jaden
You
Yuki says,
have
Marik,
the
I could still beat you in a
information
duel.
I desire. Tell
I could beat you
me
with one hand tied
everything.
behind my back, Jaden.
I am Republic.
Or one hand hiding a Millennium
Mission
Rod behind
service.
my back.
On special assignment to verify possible Imperial spy.
Mind control.
on Nar Shaddaa.
Very inefficient
Dismissed
means of
by
mind control.
Jedi Council.
Be easier if he was called
acting on
Steve.
suspicions provided by Master Nomen Carr.
Nomen Carr. That's a name I grow tired of hearing.
No Man's Sky. That's a game I grow tired of playing.
Are you going to keep me in the dark, old man?
Nomen Carr is a Jedi Master who infiltrated the Sith and rooted him out. Then he nearly destroyed me and fled. He's dedicated himself to proving that the Sith have spies.
This is true,
embedded
Pharaoh
within
Caribou.
Republic and Jedi ranks. I've thwarted him at every turn, but he
My
is
canon is
tenacious.
canon.
How did Nomen Carr come to suspect my spy on Nar Shaddaa? Tell me, Republic wretch. What alerted him?
Probably the mass email you sent out that said, I'm going to do this thing on Nar Shaddaa.
Padawan. She seems to know any being's true nature. She senses hidden darkness and untapped purity.
Oh, so it's the Orichalcos.
Astonishing. I've never heard of the Force granting such a gift. Tell me, how does her power work?
Darth Barapadarapa.
All I know is when Master Nomen Carr brought her to Nar Shaddaa.
Sounds like he's just taking a very
his Padawan
satisfying
sensed
poop.
Darkness in your spy simply by seeing him.
All these pauses, I feel like I'm watching Twilight.
Seems far-fetched to me.
I have witnessed many
Far-fetched,
unlikely
far-fetched,
things in my
far-fetched.
lifetime, apprentice. If this young Padawan can see through deception and disguise with such little effort, she threatens everything I have worked for.
Oh no.
Continue, Republic dog.
Woof. Republic
Carr
woof.
believes his Padawan's ability is foolproof. But the Jedi Council is skeptical.
I was to provide
the
the proof, but I wasn't able to report
able
my findings.
To report my findings.
There you go.
We have to kill this Jedi in training.
By grabbing them
Yes,
like that.
apprentice. Such a threat must not wander the galaxy unchecked.
Better check yourself before you wreck
Who is
yourself.
this Padawan, you Republic pest?
He's pointing at
Tell
him
me
with two hands.
everything you know about her.
I have to gesticulate wildly at you.
Found on Alderaan. Her power first emerged training on Tatooine. And Jedi sent another agent.
And X
to
says this guy has
investigate
activated
someone
his
she
Sharingan.
suspected on Balmorra.
I don't know what that is, but yes, he has.
Is she human or one of the Jedi's cursed aliens? Where can I find her? What is her name?
I have nothing.
Mo.
More.
Oh, he finished. He's done. Get the tissues. Clean up on aisle 5.
Has emptied his mind. That is all we have to go on.
Okay.
A few random places within the greater galaxy where Nomen Carr and his Padawan have been.
The MacGuffin has been located.
Spotty details at best.
Spotty
We have our
details.
work cut out for us.
You mirror my thoughts, apprentice.
Your
Nomen
thoughts must be
Carr
very
is a
sexy then.
relentless crusader.
Sexy
His
thoughts.
Padawan and her unprecedented power threaten everything I have achieved.
Ah, my Pokeball nipples are really cutting into my outfit.
Your duties are likely to take you to the far reaches of the galaxy. I will need to deploy you at will.
That's right.
You shall have a starship of your own.
Yeah!
You've earned it. Go to my personal hangar in the spaceport and claim it.
I get in my own spaceship, guys. We have to name it something. What should we name my spaceship?
You bet I've earned it. This is long overdue, Barris.
I'm the one who dictates the timing of such things. I must ponder our next move. Waste no time. get your starship in my hangar.
Pokemon nipples, you heard me, Pharaoh Caribou.
Yeah, let's go before he tells me to clean all this up, okay?
What if I tell you to clean it up? More lightsabers. Let's get the lightsaber. Let's equip it. Make sure it's red. It's not red! Get the color crystal. Put it in my lightsaber. Apply. Now it's red. Now I feel complete. Yeah. We've got SS Butt Touch, SS Butt 5, SS Anne. This isn't a friggin' Pokemon game. The HMS Leather Shoes. I tell you what. If you want to name the spaceship, we're gonna go to the, we're gonna go to the cantina. If you want to name the spaceship, I recommend tweeting at Yu-Gi-Oh! TAS, at my official Twitter account, or at Little Karibo's official Twitter account. It's saying that he has something to train me, but he does not.
But you could be stronger.
But tweet it at me, and I'll take it into consideration. And next time, we will name the spaceship as well as fly it. Bloody Mary but Marik. SS Project Butt Touch. Thank you, Pharaoh Caribou. It'll come out eventually. It'll come out of the butt eventually. SS Tushbot. Tushbot. SS Sebastian. Something to do with butts, people are saying. Well, you're on the right track, I believe. Oh, Shiruvi says thief shipping so it can be sunk. It's not that kind of ship, man.
Ready for departure.
Let's go to the cantina.
Enjoy your stay.
SS Tweetums is genius. Oh, SS Tweetums. That's pretty good. I like Tweetums. That's a strong contender right now. Okay, heading to the canteen and then I'm going to log off. But I want to say thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is still being worked on. Naruto spoof, for those of you who came here just to yell Naruto, is not being worked on right now, but hopefully in the future. I have to prioritize Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Otherwise, I'll be making that for the rest of my life, and I don't really want to do that, as much fun as it is. I have to get it done eventually, so that's what I'm focusing my primary efforts on. Also, I am moving into a new home. That is a real thing that's happening. I'm going to be moving into a new home. Where is the friggin'... Oh, it's up there. I friggin' missed it completely. I'm going to be moving into a new home in the near future, within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, here's the thing. It may be difficult for me to sit and work on things while we're moving, and it will be extremely difficult, nigh on impossible, for me to stream or post videos or do anything online while we don't have the internet in our new home. So, please be patient. Please understand. Like Mr. Iwata would say. Please understand.
You know, if
we're in the cantina. So please do understand that. While we're undergoing that process, it's going to be tough. But I do want to say thank you again. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for your support. And thank you for not being a bunch of dicks. Thank you for being great. Thank you, Blue Flash, for gesturing the sex motions with your emoticons. I gotta go rest my voice now. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.
Has he gone? I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him to come back. It'll happen eventually. Maybe they'll make a new episode of my show. Patient no jutsu. Okay, I guess that's it. Goodbye.